I am Harrison Lamont Bay, all lowercase letters. I'm here to tender a special deposit to the court and make the clerk fiduciary.
I don't have time.
All right, guys. Today we have a familiar face in court. Someone who just refuses to follow the judge's orders. Every time he gets out of jail, he promises to turn things around, but before you know it, he's right back in front of Judge Simpson, pleading for mercy. And this time, the judge isn't buying it. In fact, he finds it laughable at this point. How many chances can one person get before the judge finally loses patience? What kind of mindset does it take to keep making the same mistakes and still expect sympathy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think this guy's IQ is? Because, honestly, I'm questioning it. Let's dive in and watch Judge Simpson handle this repeat offender. This one is going to be interesting.
Harrison Lemon, the second. That's the gentleman with the Fez hat on, headgear on. Can you unmute yourself, please, sir? Is he connected to audio?
It appears so.
Lemon Bay, Harrison Lemon Bay. Can you hear me, sir?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good morning to you.
How are you?
Okay. Are you the second or the third?
I'm here on behalf of the third.
The third. Okay. And I guess it's the second as well. This is the city of Detroit versus Harrison Lemon Bay the third. Straight that. This is the state of Michigan versus Harrison Lemon Bay the third. Case number SX 419-5968, counts 1 and counts 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, sir.
Your Honor,
Mr. Berry, I think he's representing himself.
Your Honor,
Yeah. All right, and add count 3 to that. Add count 3 to that record as well, or count 2 to that, or 1 to that record as well. So count 1, 2, and 3. Let me have that other. I believe. State your name for the record, Mr. Lemon the third.
Yes, I am Harrison Lamont Bay, all lowercase letters. And I'm here on behalf of Harrison Lamont the third.
All right. Well, I've never heard of the all lowercase letters. What does that mean?
It means that the name is to be spelled with all lowercase letters, not all capital letters, not part capital and lowercase.
The nerve of this guy acting like he's sorry is just beyond me. Maybe, just maybe, don't commit the crime in the first place, and you wouldn't be here begging for yet another chance. And if you do get lucky enough to walk free, how about not going straight back to the very place you were banned from? It's like getting caught cheating on a test, promising never do again, and then pulling out a full answer sheet right in front of the teacher. What did he think was going to happen? Judges hate it when people ignore court orders because it's basically a slap in the face, saying, yeah, I heard you, but I don't care. Legally, that's called contempt of court, which can lead to more jail time, steeper fines, or even stricter conditions upon release. This guy is literally setting himself up for failure.
A pre-trial in the matter. How do you want to proceed, sir? I know you filed some documents with the court, and I did have those up in my chambers. But how do you want to proceed?
Your Honor, I'm the surety on behalf of the principal debtor, strawman Harrison Lamont III. I've given the court notice weeks in advance. I'm here to tender a special deposit to the court and make the clerk fiduciary, the prosecutor, as well. And I'm looking for a plea of release today. Will you grant a plea to release?
No. I can grant you a pre-trial. I can grant you the opportunity to speak with the city attorney, or I can grant you a trial date. By judge or by jury?
Yeah. So
What would you like to do, Mr. Lemon Bay?
well, do you mind if I ask a couple of questions? Just want to make sure that I'm comprehending it. So, as you gave the name, I heard you mention a few different names. I heard you mention Harrison Lamont Bay the third, and then a Harrison Lamont the second, and various different names. I just want to make sure that I'm clear on who or what it is that we're here to discuss, because I don't want to speak on behalf of.
It does have an error. It does have an error. It appears to be an error on the computer here. So entry date, one of the counts was entered into as one count was entered into as Harris Lemon third. The other count was Harris Lemon second, and the other count was entered Harris third Lemon. So I think that's just a typo. There's the nature of the offenses. There's the misdemeanor case is driving without a valid operator's license, no ops on person, and that is a 93-day punishable by the maximum possible penalty, 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. And you have two civil infractions, one expired plates and the other one speeding at 16 to 20 miles an hour over the speed limit. So those are the nature of the charges. I'm going to offer you an opportunity to mitigate this by taking the better driver's course, sir. I'm going to put that in the chat if you choose to. And I can give you time to do that. If not, you can set it for a trial date or whatever set it for a trial date or speak with the city attorney today. What would you like to do?
I'm really, again, I'm ultimately I'm here to.
Why isn't Judge Simpson buying this guy's story? I mean, come on. This time he's really telling the truth, right? He swears he won't go back, except for all those other times he said the same thing and still did it anyway. Totally trustworthy, right? This is like when a kid promises they won't sneak another cookie, but their face is covered in crumbs. Judges see this all the time. When someone repeatedly ignores court orders, it's called recidivism, a fancy word for saying they just don't learn. And the justice system isn't in the business of handing out unlimited free passes. At this point, more jail time is almost inevitable. But seriously, is something wrong with this guy mentally? How do you keep going back to the exact place the judge banned you from? That's like asking to be locked up.
You settle it by pleading to taking a plea today, paying the fines, or taking it to trial, see if you can do better at trial. You have a right to a trial by judge or jury, and that's it. Those are your only options, sir.
I'm looking for a clear release. Are you stating that there's no offer of equity in this matter, Your Honor?
I don't know what you're talking about. All right, we're gonna
Sir,
move on. So I don't have time for this.
Would you like to speak to an attorney? Would you like to speak to an attorney, sir?
I don't. I'm not asking for counsel.
Okay. Well, we're gonna pass the matter and we're gonna move on, and he can just watch and see how it works in here, because I have too many people that are waiting that want to be heard and hear their claim, and I don't understand what you're saying. I've given you your options, and you can sit back and ponder those. I'll give you time to ponder those options. Other than that, sir, I don't know what else to tell you. All right, let's move on. Next time. No, I've already answered the questions I'm going to answer. No, please mute your device, and you either take the offers that I've given you, speak with the attorney, or take the deal, or set the matter for a trial date. Those are your options.
Let me set the matter for trial.
Set the matter for trial. Okay, I'm gonna give you a trial. I'm gonna, now, do you want it, trial by judge or jury, sir?
Your Honor, by jury.
Okay, jury trial. Can I get a jury trial date, please? Let's do June the 2nd. June the 2nd. We should do this in the afternoon as well.
But we gotta set a pre-trial first.
Yeah, we'll set a pre-trial. So your next court date is gonna be a final pre-trial, sir? Final pre-trial will be June the 1st, 6/1/2023 at 8:30. And then we'll set the jury trial date for the next day at 9:30 on June the 2nd. So your next action date that you need to appear is June the 1st at 8:30. And then the next day we'll have the jury trial at June the 2nd, 2023. I have received your motions. If you have any more motions, make sure they're in before the June the 1st date, and then we'll proceed with
This guy just won't stop begging. He's swearing up and down that if he gets out today, he'll finally change. But seriously, enough already. He's had way too many chances. And Judge Simpson? He's not even fazed. He just calmly repeats, "No, you're staying." And honestly, that's the right call. The court has bent over backward to give him opportunities, and he's burned every single one. At some point, he has to face the consequences. How about actually serving your sentence like an adult and proving you've changed before asking for yet another free pass? Nobody wants to hear another fake redemption story when we all know he'll be back in court next month. If he was serious about changing, he'd be using his time in jail to do something productive instead of begging for a shortcut. What do you guys think? Is Judge Simpson being too harsh? Or is this guy just playing himself? Because to me, the answer is obvious.